want to talk to you about the all-in-one digital marketing toolkit for electricians featuring Revenue Commander. And so what we'll cover today, I'm going to move this down here so it's not in the way, is how to unleash the power of automation to improve your lead generation efforts, how you can simplify and streamline your marketing workflow, and how to save money on subscription costs by using an all-in-one solution. Why should you listen to me? Well, I wrote the book Online Marketing for Electricians, which you can get at our site. We've worked with dozens of various types of contractors and companies, and really been doing this since 2011. So we've been doing this a very, very long time, and we've been doing it a long time. That's probably the best reason of all. Got great client testimonials, but I want to get right into it. So all of these videos, I'm talking about our accelerated growth model, which for digital marketing specifically, and even generally all marketing, it's a cycle of drive leads, get the most conversions possible out of those leads, and then optimize results by looking at what worked and then what maybe you can do better next time. Okay? And so that's our accelerated growth roadmap. And today when we're talking about Revenue Commander, it really is all of these things. So it's your database for driving leads. It's a place you can work on your reputation, where you can do automations, and where you can get analytics and kind of assess how well things worked. So it's a great foundational tool for all of this work that you want to be doing. Again, all this is part of the digital dominance method with which we teach, and it's really this. In order to succeed online, you have to do all of this stuff. But if you're not doing all this stuff, you can't really start doing it all at once. So pick a bucket that you're not doing and add it to what you're doing. You get reasonably competent at it, and then add something else. New for 2025, we've added AI because that's increasingly disrupting things and changing, how customers interact with the internet. It's going to continue to make those changes. It's going to be very important to be aware of it and the changes that are happening. And so we'll talk about that a lot this year. Okay, so I want you to think about how many different platforms do you use each week for marketing specifically. And so you've got, your CRM, most likely, where you handle, pre-sales and sales. You've got marketing and communication, where you're talking to customers, you're doing email marketing, SMS, maybe reputation management. You've got lead generation and conversion. And I'm not going to move my talking head here because I'll just have to move it again after these. But these are things like your sales funnels, your forms, bookings and appointments. And you may have production software that does some of this, and that's okay. This is really focused on what are the different tools that you're using for marketing specifically, and where does that handoff happen to production. And then, of course, you have your website and your online presence. Obviously, your website, your Facebook for your business Facebook account, your business X account, which is increasingly important, TikTok for some people. And then your analytics and your reporting, like Google Analytics and whatever else you use. So there's a ton of this stuff. It's all spread out all over the place. And if it's your job to monitor this stuff, every time you change platforms, you're doing some context switching, which you may have heard of. And it's really just some inefficiency. It makes you less efficient. It reduces your work quality. For some people, depending on your personality type, it might increase your stress. But every time you have to log out and get into a new tool and find something, you got to kind of reorient yourself. And it's not as efficient as it could be. Another problem is every time you pay for an extraneous tool, you're fragmenting your budget. You're driving up your costs, your operational costs. And so it reduces your ROI. And there's nothing easier than racking up $20 tools that you don't use. And so, you don't want to do that. It adds up, and it hits your bottom line directly. So it's not that you need another platform. It's that you need a single platform that can replace all the other ones that you have. And for us, that platform is Revenue Commander. And so it stops the context switching, and I'll talk about what we use it for, but it can replace a ton of these different platforms and a ton of these different costs. Okay? So let's quickly dive into the features. So it's CRM and Pipeline Management. So you can load all your contacts in here that you want to market to. You can create opportunities as you talk to them, and there's an opportunity created. And you can move them through the pipeline process. Maybe they're at estimates. Maybe they're at, like, who knows? Whatever your different processes are, you can keep track of your open deals, your pending deals, and move them through a CRM pipeline process, and that's what we do. You can have your sales funnels. So if you're watching this video, you probably participated in our own Revenue Commander sales funnel, where there's this webinar, and there's an email sequence that heads up to it. There's a landing page involved in the sales funnel, and you had to go through all of that to get to watch this, unless you're watching it on YouTube, which is where it ends up eventually. But all of that for us is handled within Revenue Commander. We also have forms and surveys. So if you go to our site to apply for a marketing call with us, it's going to be a Revenue Commander form, which links to our Revenue Commander calendar, which then links to the conversations and the marketing automations and all the things that we have in there. Our email marketing also goes through Revenue Commander. Text messaging goes through there also. The booking and appointments. And our automated show-up sequences when you do book an appointment. So all this stuff goes through there. It's all built in Revenue Commander, and it works phenomenally well for us. We also can do call tracking in there. Our reputation management can go through there. So we have sequences of asking for reviews and receiving reviews. We build those for customers. It's all in there. You also can connect your Google Analytics and things to it, so that your analytics is all in there as well. If you want to, no, we don't, but you can do proposals and estimates in here. You can do some basic contracting. So it really has just about everything you could possibly need covered. You can even manage your social media profiles from in here and your posting. So it does a ton of stuff. And so we call it our all-in-one marketing and business growth platform, and that's how we use it. We run a lot of our business on there, as I've talked about. We use the CRM, we use the marketing functions, we build client assets and campaigns in Revenue Commander, and we're always adding new and custom features. And so if you're thinking about a tool like this, think about the things you're doing now and can move. Or maybe things that you're not doing now but should and might if you have it all on a consistent platform. And finally, things you may not have thought of but could be huge, right? You just maybe it didn't occur to you that you could do that. I'll give you an example. So you can host your website in Revenue Commander, for if it's a WordPress site, for $15 a month, which is pretty cheap. And so not only can you move all your marketing stuff into this platform, you can also move your website in there. And if you're a Revenue Commander customer, we'll update your website as part of the service. So if you need to change a page, add something, add a coupon, add a simple page, we'll do that as part of the service. So we want it to be set it and forget it. Bundle your website hosting in with most of the other tech stuff and your marketing stuff, and you know where it lives. If you want to manage it, you know where to go, and it's all simple and easy to use. And then coming soon, what I'm working on in the next 3 to 4 months, hopefully, is to include the exact plan that we execute for our customers every day. How do we run Google Ads? What do we do for SEO? What do we think about when we do web design? How do we set up email sequences? How do we set up direct mail? And more. All the things we do, I want to put that in there for people who want to do it themselves. We want most customers to hire us to do it for them, but some customers can't, but might have some extra time available to do these things themselves before they hire us. So it makes sense to me, from both a being helpful and a future business standpoint, to put that stuff out there. And so that will be included free for existing Revenue Commander customers when it rolls out. I might charge for it in the future, but I want to make as much valuable as possible in Revenue Commander as I can. And it's already extremely cheap at $97 a month. And so it's included free with any Electrician Marketer's plan. If you buy a year at once, you get 2 months free. But all of these various tools that you might want to use, they're all in there. They're all included. The only thing that's not included is a little bit of usage. And this is true with anybody. If you use other things like Mailgun or any of these other things, there's a cost per email. There's a cost per text message. It's very small. But there are some additional costs for usage-based features or for phone numbers and things like that. But the cost is nominal, and it just depends on what you're using it for. So if you want to give it a shot, go to revenuecommander.com. You can sign up for a 7-day free trial and give it a test and see if it is a software program that you can see providing value in your business, we'd love to have you on that platform. We use it every day. And if you want to talk to us about marketing, then you can get our free market report. And so you go to electricianmarketingagency.com/apply-now. You'll be met with a Revenue Commander survey. You fill that out. It's going to take you to our Revenue Commander booking calendar. When you book that appointment with us, it's going to take you to a Revenue Commander marketing automation follow-up sequence. And so you can see the sort of pre-sales process that Revenue Commander can unlock for you. And if you'd rather do it the old-fashioned way, then just give us a call and Jason will answer or give you a call back as soon as he's able. But we'd love to talk to you. We'd love to be your partner in marketing. And that's it for today. So I hope you enjoyed this and it was helpful. And we'll see you on the next one.